know what happens. It's really cool, but then it's difficult for us to be like, let's just keep it on a level until we know exactly what's going on, and we don't want to kind of get our hopes up. But it's one day at a time for me personally. Like, and then hopefully people kind of enjoy what we did, and we can be like, right, number 2, let's do it. Let's move on.
It seems from what you're saying that it's staying pretty close to the source material. Are there any significant changes that you can talk about?
No, I don't think so. There's no. I feel like there aren't any changes where, like, the audience who have read the book are going to be like, man, why have they done that? Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like and even Rochelle said herself, like, she was very happy that the story has stayed very close to the novel. So I'd like to think we've kept close enough that people aren't going to be outraged with what's done.
Yeah, of course there's lots of little things that are left out and little things that are added for it to make sense in a movie format, which, people are going to feel hard to accept that because it's going to be a bit different. But like we said before, hopefully people will open up and realize that it's got to be different to be a movie. So
yeah, our writer Dan Waters is just, he wrote Heathers. He's a phenomenal writer.
And so hilarious.
And yes. And he,
and
I think,
annoying.
just did. No.
He talks about me like that's why I have to talk about him.
He did the just greatest job of incorporating, as much as he could from the book, and also putting sort of his own spin on it with being, just a writer of something like Heathers and really understanding what it is to be in that, teenage world. And I think you'll see that in the film, and that's what people will really be able to relate to.
You mentioned in the panel that he gave you like 300 movies to watch. What movies did he give you guys?
He's crazy. He watches millions of movies. You've seen every single movie.
So Dan gave me, oh my god. Okay, 300 movies. So
in 1 year.
Clockwork. So I'm supposed to see it in 1 year. Okay, Clockwork Orange. What did I watch a couple nights ago? Manhattan. The Red Shoes. The Pianist, but I'd seen that already because I worked with Adrian.
He does this
Woody Allen film.
People don't know
Bullets
this about
Over Broadway.
He makes a list every single year, and he categorizes it from like the worst to the best of the year. And he is crazy. Like he'll see 300 or more movies a year. Mental.
But he's brilliant. Like he's
mental.
Brilliant. I'm gonna say.
Literally, I could ask him any question about any film, and he'll be able to tell me in 5 seconds. Quote a line, just anything you could possibly imagine. And the films that he was asking me to watch, range from The Kid, Charlie Chaplin, to a film that came out last year. It's just sort of everything. It's a culmination of film, and it's provided me with just the greatest education I could ever hope for.
Did he give you anything specifically for inspiration for this film or your character?
He gave me inspiration. He gave me a list of things based on my hair. Actually, I have it here. And one of them, which was really cool, was Rosemary's Baby. And right when we wrapped Vampire Academy, I went to shoot Teen Vogue, which is actually out this month in LA, and I got to the fitting, and they were like, we want you to be, shoot as Mia Farrow, Rosemary's Baby. And that was like the coolest thing for me. And not only was it like Teen Vogue and everything, but it was Dan's recommendation. And that to me was just incredible. So he did give me like a specific, it's called like the Sammy Redux or something.
Yeah. When we had dinner with Mark and Dan and Zoe and I found out that we had the part, they gave us a list as well, which had it had Rosemary's Baby on it as well, La Femme Nikita, Interview with a Vampire,
and a soundtrack too.
Yeah, we could listen. They gave us music that gave us like
did that too.
The feel of how they wanted Vampire Academy to feel, so we could start to kind of imagine the tone of the film and what we were creating, and then that could influence how we portray our characters.
What songs were on it?
It was a lot of instrumental music, a lot of orchestras, and kind of creepy. It all had a slightly dark, creepy feel.
I would have friends come in my car, and that would come on, and they'd be like, "Zoe, are you feeling okay?" And he'd go, dun 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 dun, bing bing bing, and then like, shouldn't get the car alone. Yeah. I should talk about Mark too, because it's real. I think it was such a lovely combination and so collaborative with the two of them, seeing as they're brothers.
Yeah.
And Mark is someone who he gives you such. He loves it, like he likes to get like a bunch of different takes, completely different opposite reactions, and that's so nice to feel free to do anything. You would initially come this crazy idea that won't come across right, but he gives you that time, and he's so organized that there always is enough time to do a couple extra if it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and there's always time to do the one for you guys.
Yeah, which is like
That was the best.
Yeah.
he always says, "Oh yeah, do one for you," which is,
Do what you want. It's then completely up to us as an artist, which is really nice to have that. Same as you guys are saying, like it's really nice for him to just be like, cool, I think I got what I wanted. You do one. You do whatever you want with this. That's cool. Whatever you were thinking. That's really
I
nice.
love that. It was really generous.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, at least from what I was shooting, I felt like I had really exerted every option in every scene. And yeah, like you said, that last, this one's for you, it's rare to get that. It's very sweet. And he's just
He's great,
phenomenal
actually,
director.
because he's a very he's an actor's director. Like he has all these different tricks that I don't know if I'm allowed to say any of them because they're rude, but he has all these different tricks that are like catered and designed around the actor. So there are things where if you're struggling with a certain thing, he's like, oh, why don't we try this before you do it? And like the same, I would imagine the same with all of you guys. We've all done had different little kind of Mark Waters tricks added to our book, which is really nice because I can now take those on and use them anywhere else I need to, which is awesome. So it was really amazing to work with someone like Mark who just really gets it and really understands kind of what we like and what we need.
yeah.
And how to work with
Good
us.
thing to say that he understands what you're like individually. He is someone who accepts people for who they are. At least for me, I don't know if I've ever, other than my family and maybe a couple of my best friends, I don't know if I've ever been able to completely be myself like I can be around him. He gives permission for people to be who they are, whether or not that's difficult, or whether it's quiet, or any of the above. He's accepting.
He's so encouraging and supportive.
One last question.
You guys are all relatively young actors, and here you are in this big movie with vampires and gothic stuff like that. So what was the atmosphere like on set? Was it all work, no play? Was there a lot of fun being had between
So much
takes?
fun.
It was a very healthy mix of both of those. There was never a day when, and I'm just talking from my experience, so I don't know if I'd like to think these guys are the same. There was never a day when we were like, oh man, I'm not in a great mood today. I'm not in a good zone. Like everyone was so together. It was such a family-based thing that even when we were doing night shoots and we didn't get home till 7 in the morning, like it was still one of those things where we were like, sweet, let's go and let's enjoy this, and then we all.
I didn't have. I have to say, because I was there 24/7. I'm not going to sit here and say I wasn't completely exhausted, and I think Lucy can tell. Like, it has nothing to do with the atmosphere. It was the hours we were working. We were shooting night
It's so
shoots
hard
for
to
3
be
months.
awake at night straight for like 6 weeks of just.
It's a testament to your willpower to maintain a sense of perseverance, and to tell yourself you can do this, you can get through this. You're tired, but you can say these lines. And there were about 3 moments where I didn't know if I was so exhausted. But I think because we had such a strong foundation of friends and essentially like a family, we all got through it.
And I was so amazed with Zoe. Like every single day, Zoe was there from like start to finish all night, and just kept going through and always doing so well. It was
You
like,
too. You had
but
the
like-
exact same schedule.
No, not exactly. It was like I was like, if Zoe can do it, I can do it too.
No, it's inspiring to watch, I mean, all of you guys, but especially you guys who were there every single day, to watch you guys work and to just be so confident and ambitious and just completely there 110% every day really was, a pleasure
Yeah,
to watch.
the group was amazing. So it was really, we were lucky that we had such an amazing team to
Yeah.
play
And
with
the
every day.
crew and everyone as well. Like
Oh my God.
it was when
It was a big family.
yeah, completely. Like they were the same. They would come in like 3 hours before us. They wouldn't leave till 3 hours after us, and it was still there wasn't ever a sad face. There wasn't ever a like I want to go home now. I'm done with this. It was always like really light, and that really helped me as well. Just be like, man, what am I complaining for? Like I'm doing a movie. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like this is awesome. Let's So it was all, I really enjoyed it. And as far as the whole work and no play thing, like I said, we became very close, all of us. So we spent a lot of time, especially out in London, like kind of enjoying being young. actors in London.
Young.
It's always nice to have a group of friends that will hopefully last a lifetime. To find that on a film is just spectacular.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.